I stayed with him for years. But love never came. This is the truth I never said out loud. When I returned to my mother's house, the first thing I noticed was the silence. It was not an empty silence. It was the kind that feels heavy, like it has been waiting for you. The small iron gate was still there. It made the same soft sound when I pushed it open. I had not been back for almost 12 years, but the sound felt familiar, like a memory that never left. The house looked smaller than I remembered. The walls were faded. The white paint had turned pale yellow with time. The windows were dusty, and one of the shutters was loose, moving gently in the wind. The garden was no longer green. Dry leaves covered the ground. Some plants were still alive, but they looked tired. My mother used to care for this garden every morning. She spoke to her plants as if they were people. Now, no one was speaking to them. I stood there holding my bag, feeling unsure. I had come back because my mother was sick. The doctor said she should not live alone anymore. My brother lived abroad. My relatives were busy with their own lives. They said I was the one who could come. They were not wrong. I did not have much of a life to leave behind. I was 38 years old. Unmarried. Living alone in a small city apartment. Working in a job that paid the bills but gave me nothing else. Every day felt the same. Quiet mornings. Busy afternoons. Lonely nights. Maybe I came back for my mother. Or maybe I came back because I was tired of running from my own emptiness. When I opened the front door, the smell of the house wrapped around me. Old wood. Dust. Faded perfume. It smelled like childhood. My mother was sitting in her chair near the window. She was thinner than I remembered. Her hair was almost completely gray now. But when she saw me, her eyes lit up. She said my name softly, like she was afraid I was not real. I walked to her and hugged her carefully. Her body felt fragile. Her arms were weak, but she held me tightly. I felt her heartbeat. Slow, but steady. "You came," she said. Her voice was quiet, but full of relief. "Yes," I said. "I'm here." She touched my face with her thin fingers. "You look tired," she said. I smiled. "I'm fine." It was the same lie we both had used for years. That first night, I slept in my old room. The bed was narrow. The walls were still painted light green. My old desk was in the corner, covered with books I no longer read. I lay awake listening to the house. The soft ticking of the clock. My mother's slow breathing from the other room. The sound of the wind outside. The house felt old. But it also felt like it remembered me. In the morning, I made breakfast. My mother watched me quietly from her chair. She asked about my job. My life. The city. I gave short answers. She did not push. After breakfast, she told me something unexpected. "Your sister is coming," she said. I stopped moving. "My sister?" I asked. She nodded slowly. "She called last night. She said she wants to visit." I did not know what to feel. My sister and I had not spoken in years. We were close once. Then life happened. She left home early. She chose freedom. I chose safety. We stopped understanding each other. For the next few days, I cleaned the house. I washed sheets. I opened windows. I tried to prepare myself. My mother grew quieter. Sometimes she stared at the wall for a long time. I wanted to ask her what she was thinking, but I was afraid of the answers. My sister arrived on a cloudy afternoon. She stood at the gate with a small bag. She looked older, tired, but her eyes were still sharp. We looked at each other for a moment. Neither of us moved. "You're here," she said. "So are you," I replied. Inside the house, my mother waited. When she saw my sister, she cried. Not loudly, just quietly. My sister hugged her carefully. I watched them and felt something break inside me. That evening, we ate together. 3 women at the same table. It felt strange, almost unreal. My mother talked about small things. The weather, the neighbors. My sister listened closely. I realized she had changed. Later, when my mother went to rest, my sister and I stayed in the kitchen. We washed dishes in silence. "I didn't think I would ever come back," she said. "Why did you?" I asked. She paused. "Because I had nowhere else to go." Her honesty surprised me. That night, I could not sleep. I realized we were both running from different things. And somehow, we ended up in the same place. The days passed quietly. We shared the work, caring for our mother, cooking, cleaning, taking turns sitting with her. Sometimes my mother told us stories from our childhood. She remembered everything, even the small things. Other times, she was silent. One afternoon, I found my sister sitting outside, holding a cup of tea. She looked distant. "Do you regret leaving?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "Every day." She nodded. "Me too." It was the first time we were truly honest. One evening, my sister told me the truth about her life. About mistakes. About love that hurt. About loss. I listened. I did not interrupt. I realized pain looks different on everyone. As winter came closer, my mother grew weaker. Some days she barely ate. Some nights she did not sleep. One night, she held my hand and whispered, "Take care of each other." I promised her. She passed away quietly a few days later. No struggle. No fear. The house felt empty after the funeral. Too quiet. My sister and I stayed. Neither of us knew how to leave yet. We cleaned the house together. Sorted memories. Cried. Laughed. One evening, my sister found a letter. It was written for her. From our mother. She read it silently. Then she smiled through tears. "She forgave me," she said. I understood then. Some forgiveness comes without words. Weeks passed. Slowly, life moved again. My sister found a small job nearby. I began thinking about leaving. One night, we sat outside under the stars. "I used to think home was something you lose," my sister said. "Now I think home is where you are allowed to return." I nodded. When I finally left, she walked me to the gate. We hugged. This time, without fear. On the train back, I felt different. Not fixed, but lighter. I realized something important. Sometimes we don't return to change the past. We return to forgive it. And sometimes, home is not a place. It is a feeling that stays with you. If you liked this story, please like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more calm, emotional English stories.